Welcome to Hacking Self-Storage. So as we know, it's been the self-storage national report. National? I don't know. It's been the yearly report, 2022 report. And I have been spending loads of time geeking out over the figures. And I'm going to do a few different episodes because otherwise, a few reasons. Number one, it's going to, I want to make it concise. Yes, I'm going to try to. So rather than me scattergun and going all over different sections of it, I want to start, like today we're talking about occupancy and how that has gone up. Tomorrow we're talking about mature occupancy by region. And then in the next episode, we're going to talk about churn rate, and we're going to go through all the graphs. And I think that'll be better in the next coming episodes, just to talk about one section of the report at a time. Because don't forget, this report is, oh God, was it 60 odd pages? I don't know. It's a hell of a lot of pages to go through. And I've loved every minute of it. And there's been so many takeaways. And what I want to do is just do it by an area. And so first of all, like the occupancy levels, I want to talk about that first of all. They'll only be bite sized. So these episodes will be probably around about 10 minutes long. I'm trying to record all of these before I go on holiday. I'm going on holiday on the 31st of May, and the wife is trying to get me to do all packing and stuff like that. So I'm in the man cave and in the storage cave, and yeah, I'm going to go through all these. So hopefully it'll be less than 10 minutes for a takeaway. Okay, so the occupancy, 83.3. And by the way, if you're watching this on LinkedIn or YouTube, I will be reading from my notes. So apologies, I won't be looking at the camera. Right, so 83.3% is the current lettable occupancy, up from 82.3%. So this is from last year. It's up from 82.3% to 83.3%. However, this includes stores that have only just opened or recently expanded. So there's a massive caveat there. So I think we need to make that crystal clear that it's 83.3% current lettable occupancy, including all sites, if they've just opened, if they've just done expansions, etc. I think that is absolutely phenomenal. It's only gone up 1%, but you've got to remember how much more storage and more facilities are actually coming on the market. There's a hell of a lot more. So that includes all them. Right, I know what you're asking. Okay, Dean, what's the maturity? What is the occupancy for mature sites? A mature site, and by the way, in this report, a mature site equals 6 years old. So if it's been open for 6 years, that's classed as a mature site. I was under the belief that last time a mature site was if you haven't had an expansion, if you've been open for 4 or 6 years and haven't had an expansion within 2 years, then you was considered a mature site. Anyway, it's by the by, really. So a mature site is 86% for mature sites. I think that is phenomenal. 86% on mature sites if you've been open over 6 years old. We've been open at Willoughby for 5.5. So we're nearly cock on 5.5 years, and we are currently 83 point something occupied. And at Beverley, I think we're 92% occupied. So we're obviously doing better at Beverley. It's a small site, don't forget though. And at Willoughby, we're 83% occupied. The only problem is at Willoughby that we do keep having more containers being put on the forecourt, and so. If we hadn't had them extra containers, then we'd be around about 88% full. But because we've increased our lettable square footage, our lettable space, then our occupancy has just dropped slightly. But we're nearly cock on. By October, I would be absolutely devastated if we are at 86%. We should be at 86% by October, which means that we're absolutely cock on. Right, remember, self-storage sites are rarely and don't want to be 100% full. We increase the price when occupancy rises, meaning we always have something to sell to get the best rates per square foot. That's very, very interesting, that, because you've got to remember that although we are 86% on average maturity levels occupied, we probably could be a lot more as an industry, but the less square footage we've got available, so the less units available, the higher the price. It's simple supply and demand, simple economics. And so it's more expensive. It's like in an airplane, it's more expensive to get the last seat on an airplane than it would be when there's 200 seats available. It stands to reason, exactly like self-storage. At my Clough Road site now, it was much cheaper when we first opened the doors as to it is now. I mean, we're 84% full on phase one. It's only phase one. It's only been open 6 months. And so therefore, we are dearer now than we was before, because we want to make sure that we're never 100% full. We've always got something to sell people. We rise the rates all the time to make sure that the sweet spot, here it is here, about 90%. I'll get onto that in a second. There is always likely to be a number of units available as old customers leave and new customers come in, the churn rate, the in-between. So there's always going to be a level of free units, because people come in, people go out, people come in, and you're very, very rarely going to have somebody come in, somebody leave on the day that somebody else is coming into that unit. So you're always going to have a little bit of occupancy, a little bit of transition. Ideally, self-storage sites aim to be around 90%. That's what the report says, and I agree 100% with that. You want to be around about the 90% mark. 90% is the sweet spot for me. I used to always believe it was 85%. That's where I felt comfortable. But now with Beverly, how it's performing, with Willoughby, I want to be around that 90% mark. I want to be 90%. There is going to be transition, because there is obviously people who is going to be leaving and people coming in. So you're never, ever going to be 100%, and you never want to be 100% because you always want to be able to sell something to other people. Right, okay, so how does it compare for non-mature occupancy over the last 3 years? So in 2019, this is how strong we have been during the COVID times, and you can see an upward trajectory. 2009, this is non-mature occupancy. So 2019, not 2009, it was 76.2%. 2020, we had the COVID bump, remember, it was 82.3%. 2021 was 83.3% as well. So as you can see, it has steadily increased all for the last 2 years. In 3 years, it's gone from 76 to 83. So we've increased by 7%. 7% is huge, absolutely huge numbers. And the demand is increasing faster than the supply. It is really, really incredible. It's a fantastic time to be in this industry. I keep saying it. So tomorrow, what I want to do, because occupancy is different at different parts of a country. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go look into mature occupancy by region. There's a great... The report has been absolutely phenomenal from the Self-Storage Association. I think it's been a terrific report, and this graph that they've got that I'm going to explain, I'm going to try to explain tomorrow, is wonderful. So I say tomorrow, it might be Friday, depending on how many episodes I get to record, because ultimately I want to record as many as possible and just chuck them out. And then when I get back from holiday, we can go back to market. I've got so many demand pricing, marketing. There's so many episodes I've got to do, but it's just trying to record them. The problem what I've got today is that I'm going on holiday tomorrow, and for all the business owners out there that have the day before a holiday is very, very, it's a very busy period, because you want to get all your I's dotted and your T's crossed, and it's hard. And I've got to do the most high value task, and obviously getting a podcast out there, it's one of those things where I've got to do it because I want to do it for you guys, but it doesn't move the needle for me and my business. So it depends how many I get to record this next few hours, depending if it'll be tomorrow or Friday. It'll be either one of the two. Okay, guys, girls, I love you. I appreciate you. And by the time you listen to this, I will be in Tenerife. Yeah, I'll be in Tenerife. Happy days. See you guys. Love you. Appreciate you. Ta-ra.